You're listening to 94.7 KPIP. I'm Rachel Steele with Local Voices, and with me today is Miss Kitty Overstreet. She is with the local food pantry. Thank you for being with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking.
Now, let me ask you, how long has the food pantry been serving the Fayette community?
Since, I believe, around 1981.
So a long time.
Right, and its current location since 2001.
Okay, and that is in the KELLER building.
Correct.
Now, the official name of the pantry is, if I'm correct, the Fayette Ministerial Alliance Food Pantry.
That is correct.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the Fayette Ministerial Alliance.
Okay, it's an alliance of about 8 or 10 churches, maybe more. I'll probably leave somebody out if I tried to name them. I'll just read the first line of the mission statement. The Fayette Ministerial Alliance is a Christian organization whose mission is to promote the spiritual and physical well-being of the citizens of Fayette and the surrounding area.
That's a wonderful goal. Now, how do you fund this wonderful program?
It's funded strictly through donations. We can go to the Common Fund, the Community Trust. We have organizations that hold fundraisers. We hold them ourselves. But it's strictly donations. We don't get any funding from any government.
Do you have local businesses that you partner with to provide food, like farmers or businesses?
We do. There are farmers in the area that donate produce. This summer's been an awesome year for a lot of things. We also get produce from the Correction Center in Boonville.
And if I'm correct, see, I go to the food pantry.
Right.
Radio people don't make money. People always say, oh, you're on the radio. Oh, she must make a lot of money. No. And the good thing about the food pantry is that you're also teamed up with CNR. Isn't that correct?
To an extent, yeah. I mean,
they give you a ticket.
They give us a deal on groceries.
Yeah. We get free milk and free bread on the first of the month.
But the Ministerial Alliance pays for that.
Oh, okay, it pays for that. About how many people, besides me, of course, do you get at the food pantry? I mean, is it a pretty steady number, or is it higher or lower in different seasons?
It can fluctuate some. Now, for instance, the last distribution, we had 92 families, total of 261 people. 260 if I don't count you.
260. 261. Okay, the food pantry giveaways, when are they?
The second and fourth Thursday of the month, except for November and December. The holiday schedule is a little different.
So, and they can always come to the KELLER building, and you have a cork board, right, outside.
In the hall.
And the calendar has got it highlighted when
Correct.
It is.
Correct.
But it's the second and fourth Thursday of the month.
Correct.
And you gotta go the first one, because that's when you get your milk and bread.
That's the only time
Gotta do that. Who qualifies to receive food from the food pantry?
Right offhand, I would say anybody that needs it. We have income guidelines that we have to go by we do get some food from the USDA. When I said no government funding, I forgot about that.
We fudged a little
and
bit.
that's the second distribution of the month. And we do have income guidelines that we need to go by for that.
Okay.
But if you feel you need food, that's why we're there.
If you're on government assistance or like food stamps, you're probably eligible to come to the food pantry.
Yes, that's correct. Disability, Social Security, food stamps.
And there is a note on the door, and I think it's from you, that says, if you are in a dire emergency for food, call this number and someone will help you.
Right.
So even if you can't make it to one of the 2 giveaways that we do every month, you can call.
There's a way. Yeah.
Yes, there is a way. If it's a dire emergency.
Right. And if you can't get a hold of the number that's on the door, you can call the Fayette Police Department. They know other people to contact.
Gotcha. How can people find out more about this program?
They're welcome to call the number on the door,
Okay.
because, yeah, that's our number. That's
And it's
or
by the loading dock,
correct. It's on the west end of the building.
west end of the building, and you go upstairs through a door, and then there's a long row of chairs.
Right. And if you needed to come in an ADA compliant way, you could come in the door by the 911 office, that front door, and follow the hallway around.
Gotcha.
Right. We're
gotcha.
accessible.
Now, how can people donate or help the food pantry?
Well, cash is always accepted. You can donate food. We have a drop box at CNR. There's a barrel by the customer service booth, which we check periodically. You can send money. The actual address for the food pantry for donations would be to the Faith Family Church, and I neglected to bring the P.O. box number, but
They can find it probably online.
probably, yes.
Yes,
I'm sure
okay.
Faith, or any church in town.
Any church in town is probably part of the alliance.
Right.
It's a wonderful program. It has helped me out so much
Good.
because I am on disability. My husband is on disability. He gets, and a lot of people have been talking about this, that their food stamps have been cut. And almost everybody we've talked to said their food stamps got cut to $16 a month.
And that's not very much when you're buying groceries.
What can you buy with $16? You might get 2 or 3 meals
Right.
if you're eating beans.
Right.
So the food pantry, very important. We're going to recap. Come to the food pantry, sign up. It's the 2nd and the 4th Thursday of every month, except for November and December.
Correct.
And you can come in and check the calendar, and they'll have it highlighted on what day in November and December you can come and get your food.
Right. There's a short registration form to fill out, but you can fill it out the day you come.
Because you don't have to bring like a bill or anything like that to get
Not
signed
at this
up.
time, no.
Okay. And the great thing, I think, about the food pantry is how much food you really get.
We try to make it go as far as we can.
For people who've never been to the food pantry, there's always meat. So you get a little sack that has meat in it.
Usually.
Yes. There's usually fresh vegetables, sometimes fruit. And then there's practical things like beans and rice and oatmeal and cereal, stuff that you can use
Right.
to make your food go longer.
Right.
Like with my burgers, I put oatmeal in my burgers so that I make more burgers that way.
Right.
So that's what I love about the food pantry, and it really helps me out a lot. So I would urge anyone who feels like they could use some extra assistance with food to come to the food bank every 2nd Thursday and 4th Thursday. And if they want more information about the food pantry, we're going to have it. We already have it running on the radio station.
Okay.
But we're going to put it on our Facebook page.
Awesome.
So you can access it at any time. If you missed this information, log on to our Facebook site. It's KPIP-LP Fayette. Search for that. You'll find us, and we'll have a wonderful picture of Miss Kitty Overstreet and the food pantry goddess that she is. Thank you so much for being with me today, Miss Overstreet, and thank you for all you and your team do to help our community.
Thank you for having me.
Just a reminder, always find information on local voices on our webpage, Facebook, KPIP-LP Fayette. For Local Voices, I'm Rachel Steele on 94.7 KPIP.